Okay, what it is, this is Father Moo again. Thank you for tuning in and never tuning out. I wonder why I do this. I feel compelled now. I feel I don't really have a good day if I didn't sit down in my lunch break and record 2 or 3 streaming videos. That's probably good, especially since I'm blowing all these huge amounts of money from that I barely have. I have it, but I probably shouldn't spend it on this tube synth. But although I'm not streaming the tube itself, I'm doing something with music, and that's what matters probably. So yeah, I just feel I gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So if it's too much content, you can always watch the videos at double speed. That will be fine. I don't mind that at all. That's cool with me. Today I had a concept, and that concept is clouds. In a previous stream, I had the idea of being ambient. Well, being ambient is a lot more than just one stream can cover. It's a whole thing. But although I came up with a track I liked, I can see how people would have looked at it and said, "But that's not ambient, Mr. Moo." And I would say, "How did you get in here? This is a closed set." But yeah, today's concept is clouds, and it has nothing to do with Mutable Instruments Clouds. It has to do with clouds of sound, and not like clouds of sound, like where I'm a rapper and I'm jelly bean colored. It's not going to be like that. But what we do know is that this is going to be clouds, so I'm saving it. Oops, it's all capitalized. That's too intense, man. Clouds. So that's what this patch is going to be. And I'm going to intentionally program it in a boring way. What do I mean by that? In the end, the clouds are going to appear semi-randomly. They'll be triggered by odd, disassociated clocks. But to start with, they will be triggered by normal-sounding clocks. Why? Just so we can, hear them. So... yes, it'll start boring, but it will end interesting, I hope, or I surely do hope. So my first cloud, I decided to make a fancy one here. I got the Sign Bank. I think you can even hear him a little bit. There he is. And he's going into an envelope I rarely use. This one is a 3-stage attack, hold, decay envelope, but it has modulation, which we'll come to later. Drop it in the 8-channel mixer. I don't know if we'll get to 8 voices today, but it's not a pressure point. And then into the outputs. I'm almost hearing like 2, like ding ding, like as if it's 2 notes instead of 1. But it should be just 1. Let's fade it in a bit. Oops, that should be this knob. Good. Gonna make it a bit longer. Okay, cool. So, oops, what did I just do? Can I do this by, like this? Oops. Let's unmute a couple of these bad boys, see what we get. There we go. Yepers. That's my cloud. Let's try just that one. Wow, that's low. Is that in tune? Sounds like it to my ear. Neat. Now, one thing the clouds are definitely going to need is a bunch of modulation. Nice, slow-moving, random LFOs of various kinds. There's one. There's going to be another one here. And to save money and time, we're going to do the old control signal mixing. Because it's cool. Let me just patch these up here. See, I don't really know what kind of CV is going to be coming out of here. All I know is I saved money on it by making two weird CVs, mixing them together to get two more outputs, and then taking those outputs and using them as one of the inputs on another mix to make four outputs. So I have 6 kinds of randomness, but only generating 2 kinds and using mixers to make the rest. So let's plug some randomness into the amplitude modulation of those overtones in the sine bank. That should be pretty neat. So my big tonal cloud is going to fade in which octaves are being used and which aren't. Fade him down a bit. He's already pretty tough guy. Oh, I forgot I was going to put a little digitization on that bad boy. So that's 6 sine waves. There's no filter in this circuit. Yeah, it's nice and crunchy. Let's give him a really slow random step generator. I mean really slow. To adjust his sample position, sample rate. Let me turn this off. Let me give him a bit higher starting point. That might be better. Gonna fade him in a bit more here. I'm liking where we're going so far. I said I was going to modulate these inputs, which I'm going to do now. See, if it modulates the attack, you're going to get more of a punch at the beginning, which is not something a cloud really generally has associated with it. Ooh, that was a nice one. Weird. Sudden surges in the levels of the... Oh, wow, it's doing weird stuff now, baby. Oh, God. It's happening. It's happening. Let's take this down a notch and take the modulation down a few more notches. If this goes too long, it's going to fade over into the previous or the following note. One of the key things about clouds is they should have spaces between them. So let's just not go too nuts on all this modulation, what shall we say? Okay. So, Cloud 1 seems to have taken up 33% of the processing power, but that's not really true. For one thing, this is just holding pattern data. Let's make some more thingies. What's a nice weird oscillator we could be using? Try this bad boy on for size. Give him a nice weird filter so he can be part of the friend group. Run him in there. He's gonna want an envelope that's cool. I think I'm gonna give him another one of the same one that I just get. You know, yeah, let's just do this. Watch it. I like where the settings are at. Because I made 2 filters by mistake. Hey, what the? There we go. Something happened to the volume on that as well. It's probably just being modulated and being weird. I liked where the settings were, so I copied this envelope. And I'll still make some adjustments to them for future weirdness, so they're not the same thing. But they can be pretty close to the same thing. They're going to have a different source material running through them, so I'm not too stressed about it. Let's trigger him with this. Filter into envelope. We should be getting our second note now. He's not got the 6 overtones, but he has a timbre input, so he can be fed some weird stuff. Let's drop him an octave, let's say. Oh, I heard him. There he is. Yep. He's a very different tone to the sine bank for sure. And because of the variation in the decay time, some of them are gonna last longer or shorter than others. Let's random up his modulation too. His timbre is adjusting its steps. That's an interesting... yeah, I don't have a problem with it. So there's our second cloud. We've only got so many vertical channels here, so I'm going to put the filter and the end together there. I'm going to turn off the blues just because there's so many of them. Getting in the way of seeing what's going on. Going to need another kind of cloud here. It's getting to be a bit tough to listen to. I'm gonna spread out the steps here. That'll do. This time I'm gonna try and put the digitizer processing in front of the filter. Not because I know what that'll sound like, but because I don't know what that'll sound like. I guess we'll just keep the filter here just to be logical. It's just the wires which will be running in a weird way. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Call me a cheater, and it's okay if you do, but I think having a similar starting point for these cloudy envelopes is perfectly fine. So let's map the audio. Noise first to the digitizer, then to the filter in, then into the envelope, and then into this guy. He's going to need a trigger. It's temporary. Let's just do this again. Give him one there. Clock him up. Punch this into here. And where's my noise? Here it comes. Okay. So we got the bandpass filter here. That is what we wanted. We can go ahead and make it some real crunchy-ass, digital-ass noise here. I'm going to take this super slow random step gen and make it into this input. I just don't want them to change too much in the while each cloud is sounding. That's why I have that super low one. And it is band passing, but let's dial it up higher. It's kind of crunchy, but I'm just gonna mute these other guys for a second here. That's the quickest way to mute them. Dial down to 0 in the mixer. I just want to listen to my noise here. Come on, buddy. Yeah. It's kind of not badish. Getting better. What am I doing wrong here? It's hard to know. Brighter, fuzzier. Don't forget to modulate these weirdos. Getting pretty close. Maybe we shouldn't have this all the way. Yeah. Bit more of that. Yeah. Maybe a bit more variation in the modulation to make him less regularly. Yeah. Maybe that was too much, you see? It's a little bit of too much release or decay, whatever you want to call it, and it'll go on forever. We don't really want it to go on forever. Okay, let's bring the other voice back in. Are doing what I wanted them to do, so maybe I'm gonna give them a 3-input mixer. Put them in there. There's Noisy Boy, yeah, we got him. This guy would be better in octave. Yeah. You see, that's exactly what we wanted to sound like. And I hate to do something which my audience can't hear, but I'm gonna put the stereo chorus in here. I haven't seen me use this one yet, because I ain't got no stereo system. Come on. But I know it sounds good. I've complained many times before that you can't modulate the inputs to this chorus, which is just dumb. The only explanation for it is dumb. Yeah, we get a bit of a chorusy sound even in mono here, at least on my ear. The clouds are almost not wrong. What if we put this off? Dislocated that from there. That made the steps even longer. Oh, it has to loop eventually, right? Otherwise it'll only be a one shot. Is that too many steps? There he comes around again. Let's listen to this for a bit and see if this is doing it justice here. We're not safe for the cause here. What we want is each of the clouds to not seem like they're on any kind of a clock, to just fade in, passing over through each other. Yeah, I think that's what we're getting here. Maybe he could be a little bit more over here. Yeah. I think I want this guy to be a little bit faster. Yeah, it's still random, so it changes the speed. Yeah, it sounded good. Nice cloud. Some hot cloud right there. That's good. I think we did it. I think we done did it. Gotta make so many patches. 14 clouds. Yeah, that's how clouds are supposed to sound. If anyone points at a cloud and says, "What does that sound like?" you say like this, and you show them this patch. Cool. Okay, I'm definitely happy with this now. You heard how that went on. Crazy the timbre there for a bit. Without doing that all the time, just doing it some of the time. It's interesting. Okay, you're now listening to Clouds. I hope you're enjoying it. Let's run the clouds for a little bit.